Here's the truth airlines don't want you to know. The cheapest flight is never the one you see first. And buried inside Google Flights are tools that can save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars on your next trip, if you know where to click. If you're planning a trip, whether it's your dream vacation, a quick weekend getaway, or a long-haul flight across the world, this video is for you. I'm going to transform you from a basic flight searcher into a flight pricing ninja. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly how to unlock prices most travelers will never see. The secret is simple. You can't use Google Flights the way everyone else does. Most people type in their destination, hit search, and stop there. That's why they pay too much. But if you understand the hidden features and filters, you'll outsmart the system every single time. Why is this information hidden? Because airlines thrive on confusion. They want you to think finding the lowest price is random, when in reality there's a strategy, and Google Flights quietly gives us the clues. So today, I'll walk you step by step through the insider ways to use Google Flights, the secret filters, the powerful flexible date hacks, the search anywhere feature, the multi-city trick, and yes, even the advanced, slightly controversial tricks that can cut your ticket in half. This is your playbook to finding the cheapest possible flights, and we're diving straight in. 1. Why Google Flights is your non-negotiable starting point. First things first, always start with Google Flights as your baseline. It's crucial to understand what this platform actually is. Google Flights isn't like Expedia or Orbitz. It doesn't sell tickets. It's an aggregator. It scans almost every airline and booking site on the internet, then directs you to where you can buy. Because it's not taking a commission or trying to push you toward one specific vendor, the data is cleaner, faster, and less biased than nearly any other search engine. Think of it as the source of truth for flight prices. When an airline drops a fare, Google Flights is often the first place to know. This is why we start here, and not on an airline's direct site or a third-party booking agent. 2. Search without a destination. Here's what I want you to do. Instead of typing both your departure and destination, only type your departure airport and leave the destination blank. What you'll see is a full map of the world showing ticket prices to dozens of cities at once. Visual, show a split screen, one side showing a typical search with destination, the other showing a map with prices all over the world. This is the #1 secret to using Google Flights. Most people never realize you can search without a destination, but this feature shows you the cheapest possible places to fly at any given time. Instead of a $1,000 flight to a city you chose, you might find a $300 flight to an incredible city you didn't even consider. Don't just search flights, search possibilities. You can add powerful filters right here on the map. Let's say you know you want to go to Europe in October. You can set your departure, select the Europe region on the map, and then use the date filter to choose a specific month. The map will instantly update to show you the cheapest cities only for that time frame. This is how you find those flash sales and hidden seasonal deals. 3. The flexible dates money saver. Now let's talk about flexible dates. This is one of the biggest money savers inside Google Flights. Flights vary dramatically depending on the day you fly. When you search a route, click on Date Grid, and you'll instantly see a calendar view of which combinations of departure and return dates are cheapest. But don't stop there. Next, click Price Graph. This tool is even more powerful. It lets you see the cheapest price for an entire month, plotted visually. For example, you might see a flight is $500 on Friday, but by simply departing on Tuesday, the price drops to $350. That's a $150 saving just by shifting your trip by a few days. Even shifting your trip by one day can save you hundreds. Want a quick pro move? Use the plus or minus 3 days option when you set your dates. This unlocks hidden discounts by showing fares within a window instead of locking you to exact days. I can't tell you how many times I've found a price drop simply because the airline's special fare bucket opened up 2 days after my initial search date. Flex by a day, save like a pro. 4. Automated savings, tracking prices like a pro. Next up, let Google do the work for you with price alerts. Flight prices change constantly, sometimes multiple times in a single day. Instead of refreshing your browser endlessly, click the Track Prices button. As long as you're signed into Gmail, you'll get an email whenever the fare rises or drops. But here's the pro-level alert strategy. Pro travelers take this even further by setting multiple alerts, one for exact dates and one for flexible dates, using that plus or minus 3 days option. Why do this? The exact date alert tracks the trip you want, but the flexible date alert tracks the lowest price possible. That way you'll instantly know if shifting your trip by a day cuts the cost or if the ideal dates have finally dropped to your budget. This strategy ensures you never miss the lowest price point, whether it's on your desired day or a flexible one. Don't chase the price. Let it chase you. 5. Mastering the filters, uncovering hidden fares. All right, let's keep going. Filters. Most travelers don't touch them, but the filters are where you uncover cheaper but still convenient flights. This is where you move from seeing general prices to seeing your ideal lowest price. You can filter by number of stops, airlines, alliances, bags, even flight duration. Let's use a tangible example. Say a non-stop flight from New York to London is $800. If you select one stop or fewer and set a maximum layover duration of, say, 3 hours, you might instantly see a one-stop flight drop to $450. That $350 saving is absolutely worth a short layover. Don't forget the baggage filter. Budget airlines are notorious for cheap base fares, but expensive carry-on fees. If a $300 fare turns into $380 after a bag fee, it might be more expensive than a full-service carrier's $350 ticket that includes a bag. The filters help you uncover the true all-in lowest cost option. Pro tip, airline alliances. If you collect points, you can filter by alliances. Star Alliance, oneworld, SkyTeam. Google Flights lets you see all those partner flights most people miss, ensuring you still earn miles on the cheapest flight available. 6. Multi-city and open-jaw ticketing. Now let's go a level deeper. Open-jaw tickets. Instead of flying round trip from point A to point B and back to point A, New York to London and back to New York, book A to B and then C back to A, New York to London, and then Paris back to New York. Google Flights lets you do this easily with the multi-city search option. Why does this work? Airlines often discount multi-city itineraries to compete with budget carriers. More importantly, it maximizes your travel experience. Imagine flying into Rome and out of Venice, then taking a cheap scenic train between the two cities. You've saved money on the flight, avoided backtracking, and gained more flexibility and experiences in your trip. Open your route, open your savings. 7. Nearby airports, the drive to save strategy. Speaking of flexibility, don't ignore nearby airports. Many cities have multiple airports, and even driving an hour to a different one can save you hundreds. In Google Flights, check the box for nearby airports. Examples are everywhere. In New York, you might find Newark, EWR, is dramatically cheaper than JFK. In Los Angeles, Burbank, BUR, or Long Beach, LGB, might beat LAX. This strategy is especially powerful in Europe. Secondary airports like London, Stansted, or Paris-Beauvais are often dominated by budget airlines, making their fares dramatically cheaper than the main hubs like Heathrow or CDG. Drive a little, save a lot. 8. Advanced hidden city, incognito mode, and the currency switch. And now for the trifecta of advanced, often controversial, but high-impact tricks. A. Hidden city ticketing. This is when you book a flight with a layover in your actual destination and you skip the final leg. For example, instead of booking a direct flight to Dallas, you book LAX to Dallas to Miami, and you simply get off at Dallas. Sometimes the longer route is actually cheaper than the nonstop. Sites like SkipLag specialize in finding these. But, and this is a critical warning, never use this with checked bags because your luggage will fly to the final city, and never link it to your frequent flyer account because airlines hate it and can penalize you. Use wisely. B. Incognito mode. If you've ever felt like prices rise after you search the same route multiple times, you're not imagining it. Cookies in your browser can sometimes lead to dynamic pricing based on your search history. It's a simple test. Open an incognito window or clear your cookies and compare fares. You can even try a different device or IP address. Search fresh, save more. C, the currency and country switch. And here comes the final hidden gem. At the bottom of Google Flights, you can change your location and currency. Sometimes fares are cheaper when purchased in another market. For example, a flight sold in India or Mexico might be cheaper than the exact same flight sold in the US or UK. If you see a major difference, simply change your country to where the airline is based or to a country with a weak currency and purchase there. Just make sure to use a no foreign fee credit card so you don't negate the savings. Change your settings, change your savings. So what's the big takeaway here? Google Flights doesn't just show flights, it shows opportunities if you know where to click. You don't need insider status, you don't need a travel agent. These tools are sitting there for anyone who knows how to use them. And now you do. Here's your rapid-fire recap of your flight finding playbook. Start with the Explore map for inspiration or flexible destination pricing. Use the date grid and price graph for flexible dates to slash costs. Track prices so you never miss a drop. Filter like a pro by stops and baggage to find the true lowest fare. Experiment with open jaw routes and nearby airports. And when you're ready for the big leagues, use the incognito and currency switch tricks. Now I want to hear from you. What's the cheapest flight you've ever booked, and where did it take you? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might inspire another traveler to save big. If you found these hacks helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to BoardiFly, and tap the bell so you never miss insider travel hacks. This is BoardiFly, your passport to smarter, cheaper, stress-free travel. Until next time, safe travels.